Welcome. I am the Nasty Pastor. I'm back with another reading, another full chapter reading of the Fall of America. Let's give if we can, if you will, let's put some prayers in the air for Houston, Texas. Let's hope they have recovered. By the time you have viewed this, let's hope the city has recovered from the tornado early part of May. I want to say, there are some natural disasters that's really taking place very frequently. As if you've read your Bible, you've read your Quran, from my understanding, there's a beginning and an ending in every culture. So I'm very familiar with the Holy Bible. And like I say, we'll be living in times that natural disasters will start becoming normal. So let's let's really take our time. Let's really start preparing ourselves for the next day. It'll be a messed up thing that you're a person that has messed over everyone where that they don't speak to you, they don't allow you in their home, they don't allow you in their car, will not give you anything. But we have a tornado to hit Richmond, or we have a rainstorm to hit Richmond, and you may not have anywhere to go. You may not have any shelter. We do have fallout shelters that you can go to, but if you don't receive the information, because you're aware in these streets, you're doing what? Blowing money that you should have some type of means of having a device of communication. And if we really are in times that people don't love the next brother, the next sister, you could be in a store and the clerk will never tell you anything. If you're a person that don't look at the sky, can't see what's really going on, what's really getting ready to happen, you're stuck in a storm that can kill you. What I'm saying now may seem so far-fetched because you're not in that moment. You're not in that situation, but basically, use your brain. Think ahead, look ahead, start realizing that there are some times we are really living in that are biblical. Anywho, once again, I am the Nasty Pastor. Please go to my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries. Like, share, subscribe, and do some commenting. We left off, I believe we are, we on, the title is Fall of America. And where we left off at is, I'm going to start it off, and I hope we get some more fruit out of this. I hope we get some more insight out of this. What the black man of America seeks is a restoration of his identity as an elect people. What the black man of America seeks is a return to his own, which includes his people, his God, his religion, his language, his part of the earth, and a physical and spiritual reunion with his own nation. Now remember, I spoke a while back, that Minister Farrakhan had I believe over a century ago, started making speeches about that the black Africans, the Muslims, let's go back home. Now, I don't know what I don't recall ever hearing what country was supposed to be our home that we was to go back to. You feel what I'm saying? Like at one time it was, you know, a time that the minister was pushing the fact, let's I guess it's you know, you I don't want to call it, you can call it desegregation. Let's say that. Let's desegregate. Let's take all the blacks out of America, take them back home. You feel what I'm saying? And once again, I say this, you know, I've never heard a speech recalling what country we're going to. You know, if we were to do this, what country are we going to? You feel me? So I say this to you. I just read it to you. You understand? So if I'm explaining to you that if the fall of America is alive and moving within America, you got what I'm saying? We should understand what's written in this book, because Minister Louis Farrakhan was a teacher of the author of this book. So most things that was put in this book, as Minister Farrakhan went on to lead the Nation of Islam, that means these things are supposed to be carried out. These things are supposed to be prepared for, because these are prophecies. You feel me? None of this man wrote. This man wrote this it was published in 1973. You feel me? But if what was published in this book and his prophecies was published in this book, if it's concrete, we should see it visible today. So let's, you know what I mean, let's get some changes done. If the way I take fall is like a destruction. You know what I mean? Let's not destroy America. Let's not do that. But it must be admitted that even more deplorable than the attacks from the white race are the deeds and utterances of other black men who claim love for the unity of black man, but actually through ignorance or love of the enemy of the black man, they are helping the cause of disunity. You kind of understand that? But it must be admitted that even more deplorable than the attacks from the white race are the deeds and utterances of other black men who claim love for the unity of black men, but actually through ignorance or love of the enemy of the black man, they are helping the cause of disunity. See, that's the house nigga and the field negro. You feel me? This is what was just explained. That's why I read it again. You know what I mean? Was just explained, because see, what I just understood and what I just processed is a warning to let me know down the road you think white people are going to be the ones that oppress you. It's going to be your own community oppressing you. Rewind it, listen to me, or go get the book and read it yourself. In his visit to some of the governments of Islam, Mr. Muhammad received the greatest respect and honor of any so-called American Negro ever to visit that world from America. He was shown through their meals, government facilities, farms, canals, irrigation systems, new projects, and mosques. He was welcomed by all and praised for his work of freedom, justice, equality, and Islam for his American black people. While the sound and fury explode among the so-called leaders of black people in America, the real problem goes unattended. It is to that problem that Mr. Muhammad is dedicated and sets forth the solution in the fall of America. The black man must be awakened from his North American slumber and be made to realize his true nature, his true God, his true name, his true religion, and his inescapable destiny. America's word is floating in corruption. Its complete disintegration is both imminent and inescapable. Peep this out, right? The man said, corrupt, you know what I mean? You know, corruption. So I say this to you, it said floating in corruption. America world is floating in corruption, and corruption been here before we was ever born. You know what I mean? If you under 10 years old, it been here. If you under 18 years old, it been here. If you under 30 years old, it been here. 40 years old, it been here. I'm 53, I'll be 54 in October. It been here. It landed here. You feel me? But what I'm saying to you is this right here. Within the borders, within the line, within the borders, within the lines of corruption, you know what I mean? Look how everything within the black community was. I'm a 1970 baby, so when I look at the black community, I saw love in it. I saw respect in it. I didn't see much of this drug stuff. I didn't see much of this taking, this stealing, this robbing. I know it existed, but it wasn't a lot of it. And I explained to my peers, you know what I mean, when we sit and we talk about the young world, I explained to them, it's no different than when we was growing up. It's just more of it than we was growing up. There are more, if we do some type of real statistics and look at the let's say 10-year or the 20-year ratio of babies being born right here in Richmond, Virginia, towards, let's say now 2000 to 2010, 2020, there's probably more babies being born. You know what I mean? I'm not getting into the part of they're having early deaths. I'm just speaking on the part of there are more robbing, more killings, more criminal acts now than there ever was before. And I'm not saying that these some bad kids, because we all make mistakes. I made mistakes, but what I'm basically saying is that it's more of it because there are more kids. Things are more out of control. We are more consumed with work. We are more consumed with our own lives instead of being parents. Any man who integrates with that world must have in its disintegration and its destruction. If the black man of America would but listen, he need not be a part of this certain doom. If the black man would listen, Mr. Muhammad would do his best to teach him. Well, we got out the first part of this book, and we get ready to go into the table of contents. And honestly, I believe what we just got out of is what started off as the introduction. And then it went into another part, which is called the fall of America. And that is what we just finished up. And yeah, that's what we just finished up. And the next time we see each other, the next time you view this reading, we will be dealing with Washington, D.C. speech, May 29th, 1959. You get me? The book was wrote in 1973, but the speech from 1959 is in here. Look, it's been fun. It's been enlightening. I'm, enjoying this. You know what I mean? I'm kind of glad I could speak. I'm kind of glad it touches things I know about. There's my other readings. It's another reading that I'm going through that a lot don't hit me. And I've studied these important ancestors in my life. You know what I mean? And some things just haven't weighed out. But anyway, I am the Nasty Pastor. Please go like, share, subscribe, comment. At my YouTube channel. Come on now. Don't stop. Numbers are growing. You know what I mean? It's a slow growth. It's a turtle growth. But I'd rather have it slow than an impact with a bunch of numbers that nobody's really viewing. You feel me? I'd rather have it where okay, I got low numbers, but I got views. You feel me? Look, I love you. and I'm out.